The culture that we came into contact with in Nicaragua was not something that we could have prepared for in a classroom setting. You have to go there to actually see what it's like. And I think that we were all put out of our comfort zone at some point in one way or another. It's different there. They don't have all the things that we're used to. They do things by hand when we use machines. They are really a happy bunch of people. They have less than us, but they're happy with it. And for the most part, everybody we met was friendly. They were welcoming. It was a bit of a shock to be in that new environment, but by the end of the 3 weeks, I think that we all adjusted well. I think that we all learned a lot, and I think that coming back to the US was a good opportunity for us to really take a second look at everything that we have and everything that we're used to and compare to what we saw on our trip.
When we started this trip, we were all kind of strangers, and when you're put into an environment like we were, we all bonded very quickly, and I think in a very positive way. We were all there to support each other and to encourage each other and push each other to do things that we had never done before. We made a lot of very lasting memories. We went places that we had never been before, and we made those memories together, and the whole trip was just incredible to experience it with people that you would now consider part of your little family.
We developed a partnership with different people there, and so I think that's a really key point, because we didn't come solely just to give of ourselves, we came to learn too, and so it was great that we gave what we had, and they gave back so much, and so we learned from them, they learned from us. We got to interact with locals or other people and got a sense of what life was like for the average person, and also for people in different circumstances. We got to see American expats, we got to see locals that were well off, we got to see locals that were trying to work their way up, and so I feel like we got a good kind of a slice of life in Nicaragua.
The language was the most interesting part to me, because going into Nicaragua and not knowing and fluently how to speak Spanish, I thought that was going to be a barrier. But I was able to, and all of us were able to communicate with the people at the rehab center without even using much English or Spanish. They would just teach us by example. And it was very, very rewarding and very eye-opening to watch those barriers fall and have that first-hand experience on working with someone without even not talking to them, but using other forms of communication.
Nicaragua is it's up and coming. Other than all of Central America, which is very developed and almost Americanized, where we were able to go, you saw the true heart and soul. I think there was nothing. I mean, we kind of roughed it at points, but it was cool to see it, and it was cool to experience that kind of life. And I feel like if you don't experience that at least some point in your life, you're not going to have as much of a perspective.
In the United States, we tend to think that if someone doesn't have money, then they must have problems. And in Nicaragua, people definitely lacked money, but in spite of that, most people we talked to seemed very happy. Even those who were living in shacks by the side of the road would come out and wave as we passed by. So it was really interesting to see how resilient people there were, and just how even though they were in circumstances that we would consider to be really bad, they didn't see it that way. They were still happy just to see us, just to be with their neighbors, just for really simple things.
This trip opened my mind in so many different ways. Not only do I feel it really benefited me towards my passion of film, but it also showed me how much I could do as one person. I always felt like I was kind of limited but after being in Nicaragua and working with the people, it showed me that even just one person who wants to help can make a big difference. You don't need a lot of money or people. We were just a few college kids, but the gratification from the people we were helping made us feel like we gave them everything.